Welcome to Square Slicer, where these evil squares killed my family. Or something, I don't really know. Just hate them. But I need to kill as many of these squares as possible and get some pretty nice upgrades along the way if I want to get 100%. I absolutely hate squares. My one goal today is to just absolutely destroy them. Slice them up real nice and good. We started off already with 6 squares. This is brilliant. It's not brilliant. I can't afford anything in this absolutely massive skill tree. Oh my god. But let's get back to destroying. We really do need to start grinding some of these up. This is a bit of an aim trainer, and my aim is not very good. It's a big problem I have, but hey, we're gathering 6 every time. So let's head to the upgrades. Oh, I expected them to change color when I could afford them. Actually, could have afforded so many things. All right, well, I think what we need to do, let's start off by adding 1 square. Oh no, we need to start off with the new square type, apparently. But let's add 1 square. Let's add another square. And already we've started off with a lot more things. Oh, these ones drop into multiple squares. I'm so bad at slicing them though. Let's go back to gathering. We need to focus on these big yellow ones because they give us so much. Like that was 10 in a single run. Looks like we can get a maximum of 12, which will do a lot. I definitely think I need to add a second. Let's add 2 squares there and add another second there because yeah, my mouse accuracy is very, very poor. But hey, we actually managed to get all 15 that time, so that isn't too bad. So in the upgrades, let's just add 3 more squares. I mean, we had the perfect amount of money for it. So if we head back to destroying, we just have way more squares to start slicing up, and you can see how shaky my aim is when I go for these. I don't play many FPS games, and when I do, I am really bad at them. So my aim could use a lot of work. We're up to 27. That's enough to add a second and 5% chance to spawn a square upon destruction. Sounds like it'll be pretty good. I think what I really need to aim for in a game like this is just getting as many shapes on the screen so that I can just start going back and forth like crazy. I mean, it seems like my area is very small, and that doesn't pair very well with my accuracy levels, which is fine. Like, I'm not too against that. You know, it's a bit of a skill check. The better you are at this type of stuff, the better you'll do. But I suck. So I think a bit more time and more chance to spawn a square is going to help. The more squares that we can spawn in, it's just the more I can mess around and not actually do too great. I'm not a big fan though of how far when I pop these yellow ones, they sort of just jump really far away from where the base one is. But hey, that time we did get all 20. Let's just do one more gathering run. I actually am not minding this little skill check that I've got going on. Like the most intense game like this I've ever had to play, probably Fortnite. I mean, I played a bit of CS too, but every time I play that is just absolutely horrendous. So let's add 2 squares here, more destruction chance, more time, and we can just barely not afford any other upgrades. But I'm hoping if we head back, yeah, there's a lot more already on the screen. My aim is to pretty much get a bare minimum what I got in the last few runs, which was 20. And I have done that, so that's not too bad. I think if we go to upgrades, we can afford more destruction chance and another square. I am keen for this upgrade though that I just noticed down here. Bigger cursor will do so much for me because I am struggling right now. So what do I need? I need 35 plus 24, 59 plus 26. That's so expensive. It's like, what, 84? I mean, I could definitely grind that up in a single run, but sorry, not a single run, in a few runs, but it's not going to be easy. We're doing pretty good. I feel like I'm already getting a little better at understanding how the mouse moves on this game. I say that as I like miss so many back to back. I think the extra time is definitely carrying me here. So let's get another level of that. Let's also get an extra square. And we'll just try and finish off this like section by section. I don't want to jump too far ahead because I'm worried that that might just sort of ruin the gameplay loop that I've got going on. Extra time was huge though. I think we should be, yeah, 32 in a single run. Is that enough to finish this off? Yes, it is. So that's heaps of extra respawn chance. I think we're up to a 25%, which is honestly quite considerable. But we do have a new square type up here for 35. I'm hoping that that's just going to be, you know, a green square that breaks into a yellow square that breaks into the blues. But then at least I can keep everything sort of relatively close to each other. But we can afford it already. So let's get that. Let's jump back in. Oh my god, I'm actually such a genius. I called the green as well. But it's nice because I can sort of do this little circles if they don't spread too far away from each other. And 27, it's rough, dude. I'm not doing amazing, that is for sure. But we only need 13 more from this run. And then we'll be able to get ourselves a bigger cursor, which God knows I need that, dude. I am struggling so bad. But we got 37. So that is definitely enough to get the bigger cursor. Can I afford anything else? You're joking. We're like one away from affording something. But how much bigger is this cursor? Oh, substantially bigger. Okay, definitely not going to be enough where I can pick up everything on the screen. I'm still just not good enough for that. But the increased cursor size is definitely quite nice. Yeah, like look at this. We're just absolutely destroying this area. I think we're going to get 41. Oh, we might actually fly through this game. I'm assuming things will sort of just stay relatively linear. So let's just add a whole bunch of squares, get a bit of extra respawn chance. Because when they respawn on little clumps like that, it's actually kind of easy for me to just jump in and destroy them all. Another 41. Let's do one more gathering session though, because I'm sort of enjoying this little loop, just going back and forth. Probably should be focusing a little more on the greens, because when they spawn in together, there's a lot of easy stuff to grab. But I did accidentally jump in for one more gathering run, so we'll just finish this off. Hopefully get ourselves like another 35, 40, maybe even like 50 if that's possible. I don't think it is with my skill. We got 40. That's pretty good. So head to the upgrades, add a square, add a second, add a square. 5% chance of spawning a light square. Dude, I'm praying that a light square is just going to do some explosions. No. Looks like it was just the sort of double multiplier on the square, which isn't bad. It's just if it exploded and just did a whole bunch of damage to everything else around, that would do so much more for me. Like I'm gonna need some area of effect if I ever want to actually start clearing out these screens. But hey, that's since 46. That's a decent run. Keep accidentally going back to the gathering though, which is really unfortunate. I don't know why I am. I don't know if there's like other games I've played where the top one is always to go back for another round, but in here it's the upgrades. Dude, honestly, I couldn't tell you. So let's add a square, let's add 2 seconds, add another square. And I think before we move into the new square type, like I did before, I just want to clear out the areas. There's something a bit satisfying about doing all of that. But we've got a big chunk of squares over here. Thankfully, lots of greens all in the same place. And I'm hoping we can get, yes, I think that's our first 50. We will do one more of actual second time gathering. This time on purpose, not by accident. And I'm hoping to get ourselves another 50 here. It would be very nice, but I'll settle for like a 45. Oh my god, we hit 50 again. Dude, I actually might be the best to ever do it at this game. But let's spawn a light square. Let's add an extra square. These upgrades are getting very, very expensive. I mean, not very, very expensive, but it's sort of getting hard to afford like an upgrade per run if I don't have a good run. I definitely do need to focus on these areas that are just a little more like condensed, full of stuff. Like here, everything's sort of running in together. So let's break all that up. And we actually did a pretty good job of clearing out the area there. It almost looks like we emptied it all. But let's get another light square. Can't afford that, but we can afford another light square chance. I honestly, I don't know if I'm a big fan. They're basically just like the yellows, but instead of spitting out 2, they just double over each other. So I have to destroy it twice. It's not like the worst thing in the world, but it's not like super overpowered either. So it's not like doing a whole lot for me. It would be really nice if we could get the light squares on these greens and these yellows. So then we can actually like get a whole bunch of blues spawning. But that doesn't seem to be the case. With our 100, I guess more light squares. And to add more squares, we're going to need, what's that? Like 112. So probably 2 more runs here, get ourselves up to 112. And we should pretty easily finish off that section if I've done my maths correctly, which I'm hoping I have. I used to pride myself on being relatively good at maths during my high school days. That sort of fell off really quick as I grew up. But hey, man, if you peak in high school, I can still claim that, right? All right, well, let's head to the upgrades. Let's grab those both up. I think I was right with my calculation. Not too sure, but hey, I mean, that's 4 sections done already. This might be my shortest ever recording. Now, there wasn't really anything too special, just adding shapes. So I think I just need to grind up the 90 blues that we need so that we can unlock that new shape, which is probably going to be like a red or a purple or something. Oh my god, we got 91. Dude, that's so perfect. All right, new square type, jump in, it's a red. I don't know how I keep guessing these colors, but I'm quite proud of myself. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a big fan of the reds though, because you start to break them and there's just all of a sudden a whole bunch of blues spawning around you. But we did have one of our worst runs so far, which is not great. We'll jump back in for one more gathering session because, yeah, that run was not going to get us anything. While we're getting like a whole lot more, I don't really know if it's working for us because my accuracy is just so poor. Oh, but here we go. This is what we're missing. Extra points for the light square. So if we hit a light square now, that gives us 3 instead of 2. Yeah, that definitely does start to add up. And I think I realized what happens with the light squares. It's not a double hit. I just kept getting real lucky, if you want to call it lucky, with the chance of respawning as I destroyed it. Dude, time goes so quick. What do you mean that's already 15 seconds? I feel like I'm talking and then the next thing I know, just bam, we're already through to the next round. There we go. 170 is what we're at now. We'll do one more run because I accidentally clicked the wrong one again. But I wonder if it's just worth sort of spinning around really quick like this in circles. I mean, we got 79, which I think is our best run so far, but I don't think I think it was more luck with where everything spawned. Let's get 2 more points per light square. We'll multiply gathered points by 2 is just huge. So we're grabbing that straight away. And if we head back to destroying, yes, dude, we're going to get like 150 here, I hope. That would be such a good run. I'm glad I noticed that because I do have a bad habit of just ignoring the upgrades that are right in front of me. Oh, we actually got a flat 150. Let's add a square. Let's add a second. And even more light points. Ooh, like they're already getting us 10. I mean, obviously like that's after doubling it. So it was 5, but still extra light points. Ooh, that could carry us so far. We got another flat 150. What is going on? So let's get the light square points. We're 1 away from the other one, but I think here we just need like 170 points total. And then we can finish off that entire section. And I think I'm seeing 16 points from the light squares. So I definitely would like to get their spawn chance up. It would also be nice if they spawned in from breaking existing things. But 190, let's head to the upgrades. More points, more squares, and this is just all chances for doubling points. I mean, I'll take it. 22 points now for a light square. So if I see those, I'd be stupid to not grab them. But it does sadly look like we're gonna have to do quite a few runs back to back from now on because I'm just not good enough to be able to afford some of these new upgrades. Like they're costing 300 and I'm getting about 180 per round, which is just not good enough. I mean, that one got us 206. Oh, and I've accidentally gone and clicked it again. You'd think by now, like I've played the game for like 20 minutes or whatever it is, I'd be able to know which one is play again and which ones go to the upgrades. Apparently bloody not. It's a very difficult thing for my brain to comprehend. But hey, at least that's done so we can get 2 upgrades here. So that is 5% chance of doubling points. Honestly, don't care about adding squares. So let's make it a 10% chance to double points, which should hopefully give us just a whole bunch of points. You don't only get 1 light square, so I'm really confused as to what their usefulness is. Like if I don't get lucky and I'm just like not getting anything from them. I also didn't notice a single proc there for our double points. Like every block I just broke there said +2. Oh, that one said +4. Okay, so it is working. It just doesn't really seem like a 10% chance in my eyes. But hey, that's fine. So one more round. I think we're gonna have to do 3 every time if I want to afford 2 upgrades, which is honestly so rough. The big problem is how many of these I'm missing. Like look how many blue squares are just sitting down the bottom that I haven't gathered. All right, well, let's head to the upgrades. But I think I want to go down this route. 15% chance of doubling points, 5% chance of a light square. And again, not a single light square is spawned in. I don't know if my luck is just absolutely horrendous or what's going on, but this is ridiculous. I think it's beyond the point of this being like a skill check. There we go. We got 3 this time, which is so nice because just oh, we actually got 4. It's just like an instant 90 points. Like that makes such a big difference to how good my run's going. Like 270, that's so nice. It's like an upgrade basically straight away. I definitely think I want to get light points per square, which does mean we actually can't afford anything else. So, you know, I might just go do a whole bunch of runs. We'll try and finish off all this section and I'll come back after that because it seems like not much is really happening on this one. All right, well, there we go. That is our final one done. Honestly, didn't really notice much of a difference in those upgrades. So I'm kind of glad I skipped over it for you guys. Save you just a bit of time. But all we need now, I think here is 300 so that we can get ourselves a new square type, which is probably going to be pink or purple if I had to guess. But this is what I really want? This bigger cursor for 500. So what do we need? That's going to be 860. Oh, that's a lot. Okay, it's orange. I mean, kind of. It's more like a tan if I had to say what color it is exactly. I mean, which is nice because if we break that, there's lots of blue squares, but it just means so much more breaking to get to the blue squares, which is something, obviously, if you've watched this far, you've noticed I've struggled with quite a bit. I do need to focus all of my energy on trying to find these light squares because they just do so much work for me. 442 though is actually a really good run. Can't tell if I got really lucky or if I'm getting better. I definitely think luck has a massive part to play there, but my ego is also telling me, no dude, you're just getting way better at this game. Yeah, well, we got 378 that time, so maybe not as much, but we are increasing the light square spawn chance, which I'm praying will start giving me some more. I mean, already this one I've seen 4, so that's a big improvement because last time 4 was like the absolute maximum we'd get. 426, that's enough to get a bigger cursor. So what does this look like now? Oh yeah, that's nice. We also just got another 4 of our light squares, so things should be going pretty nicely. So I definitely think I want this 5% chance of doubling points because these are all just squares. And what do we need to save up? 1230. It's doable. It's most definitely doable. It's just like probably get 1 upgrade per run if I don't completely mess up, and I've already messed up, but it is enough to, I guess we'll go this way, add 1 square. I just hate watching all the blues fly around and I'm like, oh, okay, I can't do anything here because I'm not accurate enough. I would like to see like a professional CSGO player or something try this game and just watch how good their accuracy is, because I'm struggling so much, but I feel like they have so much like micro control over their mouse and where it moves that they just absolutely destroy. But it would also be really nice if they struggle too, because then that would make me feel really good about myself. Now we do have 5% chance of spawning a boost square. I mean, I'm assuming that just means the square is going to move really fast, but I don't see a benefit in that. Like, do I want the squares to be moving really fast? Won't that just make it really hard for me to hit for no reason at all? I mean, let's head to the upgrades. Let's grab it. All of these are costing like 600, and I swear we're so far away from actually getting those values. Okay, we got the boost square here. Wait, my gathering's being boosted. Wait, have I been capped on like how many things I can hit? What does gathering boosted mean? Or does that give me more? Well, maybe it gives me more every time. Okay, let's grab that. Yeah, oh my god, I'm getting 8 per now. Okay, it's only for a split second, but I mean, it is a bonus, which is definitely going to help because I'm 100%, I'm struggling here. I think definitely add 3 seconds. That is quite a lot of time, and I might start working on this light square chance, and then maybe the boost. Is the boost one really that worth it? It adds a little bit of extra value for me, but not a whole bunch. But 580 in a single run, not bad. If I can get that like relatively consistently, I will be a very happy, very, very happy man. I don't see it happening though, if I'm being completely honest, because already I'm struggling so much. I mean, the extra time definitely makes a big difference. Oh, he actually got 600 that time. Huh, maybe I'm not doing too bad. Maybe, just maybe, I'm not doing too bad. But let's get more boost square chance, I guess. I think I might just do a couple of runs here again. Just try and save up a bit of cash. I mean, I don't really know what else I can do. It's a lot of just wiggling my mouse around and hoping that things are working out. All right, we might have just had our best run here. I got a little boost square, and then I just quickly went and grabbed up one of the light squares as well. I think this might be our highest ever, 736. Finally, dude, it feels like I'm getting somewhere. But I mean, then again, that was just all down to luck on the spawning there. It does feel like a lot of this game is luck. Like, I know that's how most games sort of work. You play, you get a bit lucky, you get the things that you want, especially when it's all just percentage based. So I'm not going to get consistent runs every time. But I mean, 664 is not bad. And we were starting to get a lot more upgrades, you know, for doubling points upon destruction. We're getting a few more boost squares, although I haven't really seen them spawn a whole bunch. That's fine though. But the light squares seem to be spawning in just a little bit more consistently than they were before. This run is a very bad example of that though, because we only got 1, and yeah, 558. It really shows when you have a bad run with just a little bit of bad luck how much worse things can go. There's a boost square. Start gathering things up. I don't think this is going to be anything special. 716 was definitely not bad. But we've now finished off this section. We have 4 more to go. I've only been playing this for 30 minutes, but double the number of spawn squares. Oh, that'll be exactly what I need to start just absolutely moving like crazy. Because at the moment, I've already sort of lost all sense of follow this movement so that I can get all these squares. I'm just moving the mouse around real quick and praying that I actually pick the things up that I need. Like, yeah, you could say I got 440. That's such a bad round. Oh my lord. This one already, I can tell, is going to be way better because I started in with a whole bunch of the light squares. Yeah, 760. Like, it's so inconsistent. But let's double the number of squares spawned. An extra 10 points per light square is going to go crazy. But now let's just start absolutely moving. I feel like I can't move my mouse too fast because it doesn't break through a lot of the time, which is really unfortunate. But hey, what can you do? That's all part of the game. Can't mess around with the mechanics too much, but we were so close to the 1,000. So let's get 10 points per light square. 1 second of boost is kind of nice. Multiply the boost by 2. Extra boost time. I think I'm going to start this stretch here first. Chance to double the points on destruction. I think that's going to be more beneficial to me at this stage of the game. So that's what I'm going to do. I mean, already I just got a really good light spawn. I think I got like 6 of them spawning in. We've easily broken the 1,000. 1,298. Yeah, that's just absolutely lovely. Crazy how well things can go when you just get a little bit lucky. I know I've been saying that quite a bit, but I mean, it's obviously so true. Another 1,200. So let's increase the chance of spawning a boost square. I did somehow at some point pick one up in that run just then, and I could tell it definitely jumped up my income quite a bit. It's just with all these squares flying around on the screen, it does become quite hard to see a little glowing yellow one. It's not really significantly different to the previous ones. I mean, it's not the end of the world, that's for sure. Like, I'm still making very, very good money, even without it. But it just would be nice, like, if I see it, oh, I can be like, oh, quickly grab that up. But yeah, that's not really an option for me right now. But we're pretty consistently making around 1,200 to 1,300 every single run. And if we multiply the boost by 2, I mean, obviously we still got to get it actually spawning in, which is half of the battle. But once we do, there should be quite a bit of money involved there. Like, I couldn't tell you if we got it this run, but we just made 1,600. So let's multiply that boost. Oh, we're just short of adding a second as well. We almost got a 2-for-1 in that one run. I don't know what turned around. Maybe it's just all the extra squares. So now my tactic of not really thinking and just breaking stuff is kind of just working. But we went from struggling to doing quite well. There we go, 1,370. So let's add a second of time to the boost. And you know what? Let's get this one first. Chance to spawn a light square. It's so good when we get a whole bunch of light squares. I do just wish that these bigger shapes also had a chance to drop light squares, even if they didn't spawn as them, because it's just not enough. Like, it's only the blue ones that spawn right at the start, and there's not many of those, so it's not exactly a fair 5% increase. It's more of like a 0.5%, because I feel like we don't get many blues spawning in right at the start of the run. There we go, another 1,280. So we can get another chance for respawn. That's cool. Add another second to the boost. And then for 1,170, we can add another square, but that does lead us to our third last section, which is what I think I'm most excited for. It might be my quickest ever recording, like genuinely, which is good because I've had like a really busy week. I mean, this video won't go out for quite a while. I say quite a while. It's been about a week since I last uploaded, and I'm recording this now. It's been rough, dude. I've been so busy with work, but hey, that's the life, I guess. I've got to work and I've got to try and record. So, you know, life gets in the way, but here we go. Head to the upgrades. Let's add our square. New square type is 2,100. I thought I had enough. I mean, I most definitely will after this single run. So that's lovely. But that was one of our worst runs in a while, only 1,000. Thankfully, it is all we need to get a new square type, and I'm worried that this new square type is just going to be a repeat of bigger square, double. I feel like I need just a little bit more variety, but I think we're going to head over this right side first to try and get the bigger cursor. Yeah, it is just, oh, bigger square, doubling again, which it's not the worst, but it's not easy to just go through and break all of these. Once I do, it spawns in a lot of blues. So, you know, there it's good. Like 1,500. That's quite nice. Let's just add another square. But but it's all these yellows and greens that spawn in that I can't seem to break very quickly that are actually causing me all the problems. But another 1,300, I mean, it's okay. Don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. I mean, I am. I very much am complaining because, oh, this is great though. It's the same thing. If I get them all locked into a corner, it's so easy to just keep them there and break all of them like in a second. 1,600, beautiful. Bigger cursor size, let's go. That is substantially bigger actually. I am very happy I went with that route first. So again, what, like 1,600 last time? I'm aiming for a minimum of 1,750 here, and that'll make me a happy man. You know what, 1,700, we'll take it. It looks like if I flick over it too quickly, they just don't actually get registered as a pickup, which is kind of sad because I could just be flicking my mouse like an absolute madman and probably making like an extra few hundred every single run. But 1,700 seems to be a pretty standard value that I'm landing on right now, which isn't great, but it's not horrible. Oh, but we did just get a bonus one. I did manage to pick that up. This might be our biggest run so far. Oh my God, 3,200. Yeah, that was a very, very big run. Definitely going to get that light square chance. We may as well finish this side off. We'll add 2 seconds. Yeah, that's good. That's a very good upgrade. Very, very good set of upgrades. And all it takes is just one lucky run. Those boost squares though, I was talking a bit of shit on them before, but when I actually see them and I get to use them, I just watched my money absolutely fly up. 2,100 though, that's still not bad. Like that's another square just like that, which is more or less useless, just adding a single square at this stage. If it was like a guaranteed light square, oh, 100% I'd be in for that. But it's just not. It's just not how this works. Oh, boost square. Yes, give me that. Now I'm praying for another 3,000 or something. 3,500. Is that enough to finish this section off? Yes, it is. We only have 2 more sections before we finish the game. It does look like though the achievements are bugged because I've unlocked all the square types, I think, and I haven't got any of them, which is really, really unfortunate. But hey, as long as we finish the game, that is the only thing that matters at this stage. Yes, that's the problem with these games. They are still just being tested. So there's a few things that need to be, you know, ironed out before they're properly released. Hey, I'm not going to complain with 2,000. I am going to complain that it wasn't enough for us to get the next upgrade though. That is so annoying. But hey, show me a boost square, please. Those things have become my new best friend and they just don't spawn in often enough. But still, 2,400 per run is not bad. Or 1% chance of adding time upon destruction is huge. I guess my question is, where do I want to follow this path? 20 points per light square. It's a chance of spawning light square. Okay, we're going to go down the left side first because we are spawning in light squares and there's a chance to increase the boost spawn chance, which I absolutely love the sound of that. As you can see in this round, we are already struggling quite a bit. We're gonna hit the 2,000. That's not a worry, but I want to be making more, man. I want to be making like 5,000 in a single run or something. And I think if I get like decent boost squares, that is possible. It's like I'm trying to keep my eyes peeled for them because they glow a little bit and they fly across the screen relatively quick, but they don't glow enough. They're not obvious enough. Like they should be purple or something. But still, 2,700. Not gonna complain. Let's head to the upgrades. Extra points per light square. We can't afford anything else though, which sucks. But light squares are now giving us 200 points per. That is a fair chunk of change. Just imagine hitting the light squares though with the boost squares active. Oh my God, life would just be so sweet, wouldn't it? But even that alone, 3,400, which is enough to add a square, and that's all. We're just short of getting like those really big buffs, like getting 2 upgrades in a single run. Always just short of it, which is so sad. Definitely need to make sure I'm picking up all the light squares when I see them. Just like 200 points, just like instantly, is so hard to pass up. But this run, not so great. We hit a flat 3,000. Oh, it's not bad. Boost square chance needs to go up. I mean, they've probably spawned in so many times as well. I just haven't noticed them because like I've been complaining about before, their visibility is just not amazing. We'll do another run because that one just felt absolutely horrendous. Things just, they seem to be going okay. There's just no runs that are like, oh my God, yes, we're making so much money. Like, what the hell? Why is this so different to all the previous ones? Although this one might be. Are we about to hit 4K? We hit 4K. That's pretty good. So let's add a second. Let's add a square. We're just short of the spawning chance. When am I going to be able to get just a whole bunch of upgrades from a single run? That's one thing I love, like, about these kinds of games. Occasionally, you'll just have this absolutely insane run and you're like, oh, okay, I can buy half the skill tree now. And I feel like that's missing from this game. Like, I have decent runs, don't get me wrong, but they're not enough to like propel me all the way through. Like here, barely scraped 1,000. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Maybe I'm not doing anything wrong, but I don't know. It's rough. It's rough out here for a guy like me. Oh, there's the boost though. Oh my God, that's so huge. Give me like 1,000,000, 100 billion, quadrillion. It got me straight up to 3K. So it's not bad at all. We should be hitting like another 4K run. Yeah, I don't think I optimized that very well, but it's fine. Let's get the chance of doubling points. But there's another boost square. Oh, let's go. Give me so much of this good stuff. I'm aiming for a 4.5 to 5,000 point run here. Is it possible? I don't know. Am I going to go for it? 100% yes. Oh my God, I think we've done it. 5.276. That's a real big run. All right, light square chance, add time. We're closing in on the end of this game. I'm hoping that the light squares will keep me at like a 5K just like all the time. But already I think we've spawned in less light squares this run than we did on the last one. But that's a boost square. Oh my God. Go, son, go. Okay, I don't think it did a whole lot for us, but it definitely helped, but I don't think it absolutely propelled us to like another 5K kind of run. It just shows like how everything needs to work together. We need lucky with the boost. We need to get lucky with the light squares. 4.6 though is still really good. So let's add 1 second to the boost timer. And there's a 5% chance of spawning it in. All right, well, I tell you what, we did get lucky with the light squares here. We got about 5 or 6. So if we get a boost square here, things might be turning around for us a little bit. I'm not seeing anything though. And I don't know if it's meant to like spawn in at like a certain time on the clock or how that works, but it doesn't look like it's going to be happening for us here today. 3,900 though is genuinely not too bad. So let's increase the boost chance. And then what do we have for the rest? We have destruction, respawn chance, light spawn chance, doubling points, boost chance, add squares, add time, double the number of squares, multiply the gathered points, and finish the game. Now those don't seem to be too hard to get. This is what I'm thinking. My biggest worry is that I'm completely wrong and I'll be sitting here for another half an hour just trying to finish off those last few upgrades. But I'm gonna stay optimistic. I'm gonna stay very hopeful that I can finish this off relatively quickly. So let's grab up that 5% respawn chance, 4.5K for the light chance. It looks like it's at about a 50% now, which isn't honestly bad at all. Unless I just got really lucky with how many spawned in on that single run. But we've got like a lot of blues just chilling here. So I'm going to try and focus on this area. Give us like a 5K. Yeah, not bad. Okay, well, let's increase that light spawn chance. There are like 10 here. Oh my God. This is what I'm talking about, dude. Where is this been? We got straight up to 1,800, like nothing. This is such a good run. There are so many blues. There's like nothing else on the screen. I say that there's plenty of other colors on the screen, but a lot of it is blue. So I'm hoping for a 6.5, maybe. No, 6.28, which is still absolutely insane. So go to upgrades, 15% chance to double on kill. We should very easily hit this 5,500 to spawn a boost. It honestly almost feels like I don't need the boosts with how many lights we're spawning in. I mean, I'm not going to say no to them because if we get just a massive bonus increase to our income, it's going to do a lot. Maybe I can finally get 2 upgrades in a single run. Who knows? But I'm very happy with how this is going so far. I think that 1% chance to add extra time, while I haven't noticed it actually doing anything. Oh, there's the boost right at the end, right at the death, to give us 5,900. But as I was saying, the 1% chance to increase the time, I haven't noticed it, but I'm sure it's doing something. So what do we have here? We have add 10 squares, add 5 seconds. They're not going to be make or break ones, I think. This time definitely will help, but I don't think it's going to be one that propels us forward into like getting 10,000 per run. So we're pretty comfortably going to get like maybe even 8,000 on this one. I don't even think we got the boost, which says so much about what the extra shapes do for us. 7,800. So let's get those squares, and we can afford to add 5 seconds. That's our 2 upgrades in one run. Oh, that feels beautiful. So what do we need here? 8,000 to double the number of squares spawned again. I have a very, very bad feeling we're not getting 8,000 in a single run, because I think I just had a very lucky run last time. Although we are already up to 4,000, we still have 20 seconds left. So maybe I'm a little delusional. Maybe this is going to be super easy, but that could be delusion talking the other way. So who knows? No, I think we're going to be fine. We're up to like almost 7,000. We still have 18 seconds left. I think this 1% chance to add time has propped so much because we're still at 15 seconds and it's been like 10 seconds. Yeah, we are very easily hitting this 8,000, dude. Look at the time. 10 seconds. We're up to 9,000 and we've hit 10,000. That's such a good run. 10,000. Let's double the number of spawned squares. We need 12k to multiply our gathered points by 2. All right, here I am just trying to aim instantly for all these light squares. That's just going to get us straight up to what, like 5k? 4k. Yeah, that's pretty decent. And if I just focus a corner, it should start to spawn a lot of blue squares. My wrist is actually starting to hurt from going around in all these circles. But all I need here is 10k to get my next one, which is going to double all the points. And I think that's our second last upgrade. Yeah, no, we're easily, very easily gonna hit like 15k here, I think. Oh, there's a bonus for our gathering. We might even hit like 18k. Oh yeah, we might even hit 20k. What the hell has happened? I don't know what's changed, whether just what I'm going for is better, or maybe because there's so many shapes now, that 1% chance is absolutely huge. But yeah, we're gonna hit maybe 23k in a single run where we only needed to hit 10. So, you know, this game did wait till the very last second for me to get overpowered, but it has happened. Let's multiply our gathered points by 2, and to finish the game we only need 100,000, which honestly I don't think will be too hard. I think if we just focus on gathering all these lights, and then we just get like into these little areas where we can break a whole bunch really quick. We have 27 seconds on the clock. I think we started with that, and we're already up to 10k. You know what would go crazy though? One of those little boost squares. A boost square in here would get me like an easy 30,000, I reckon. My biggest worry is that, oh, there's a boost square. Let's go. Start farming up all of these. That's taken us to 26. Yeah, we're easily hitting 30k. We are almost completely rid of any other color except for blue. This feels actually kind of insane. Oh my god, can we do it? We've done it. There's only blue on the screen. This is nuts. I didn't actually think that was possible. But 34,000. We're gonna have to do 2 more runs to try and get ourselves up to that 100k. So I feel like it's just gonna be more of the same on that, unless we can somehow manage to hit it in this single run here, which I highly doubt. I don't think that's going to be possible, but hey, I'll give it a go. But I think I'll skip over these next few runs because it's just pretty much going to be more of what you witnessed last time, and I don't want this video to just be an hour long and I basically can't edit anything out. All right, well, 2 runs later we barely scraped by to the 100,000, but let's head to the upgrades. We finished the game. That is Square Splicer, 100% complete. Broken achievements, which is very sad, but I think that's because this game is currently in beta testing. But anyway, if there's any other games you guys want me to try, and 100% incremental games, simulator games, whatever it is, as long as it's not going to take me, you know, like 3 months of my life, because it's already hard enough for me to put out videos consistently, just let me know. And if you enjoy, please subscribe. It would mean a lot. But I'll see you guys next time. Okay, just quickly, I closed the game and I got all the achievements. So hell yeah, there we go. Official 100% completion on Square Slicer.